Yo, what's good? This episode 6 of the press release. We are finally back in the studio, and today we got a special guest with us, my close homie, 10-year pro, Adrian Amos. You have myself, Allen Robinson, Pro Bowl wide receiver, and my co-host, Prince Amukamara, Super
There we go.
Bowl champion. What's good, fellas?
What's up? What's up? Thanks for having me on.
Man, glad to have you on, man.
I say Adrian Smash Amos.
He should have wore his big smash chain.
How'd you get that nickname, by the way? Because it hit?
I guess. Well, it started, I like the Hawk and stuff. I used to say Hawk Smash when we used to work out in college and stuff like that, just on some funny stuff. Because Avengers had just came out and everything.
And look, he the person who he gonna be tackling and extra physical and all that with no pads on.
Yeah.
Oh. So like if we out there in, shorts and t-shirts, in summertime on a Saturday, he might be tackling.
Got you.
That's why I was young and hungry. You know what I'm saying? But you know where that came from?
What?
My freshman year, Silas Red was going extra when we didn't have pads on. We had just shells and stuff like that. We were supposed to tag off and stuff like that. And I was getting off a block and he just came and ran me over. From that point on, I tackled in everything.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
We can have just jerseys on. I'm gonna hit you.
Tackle. Yeah. Smash Amos.
Now I ask everybody because you're not officially retired, but are you done? You still got some more left in the tank. We kind of spoke to it earlier. I mean, he's 36 years old. He said he could go out there and cover Jamar Chase. Yeah. So I mean, that's what you said.
Yes, I think I came for a couple of plays. Cover 2. I probably could do man, but for 60 plays, come on.
Where do you sit with that? You done?
I can still play for sure, but I'm pretty much done.
Okay.
It has to make
I feel it
super sense to play. I still miss actual football.
Right.
I still miss running out the tunnel, making plays on Sundays, stuff like that.
And I mean, even for us, we tried to make this a little bit of a locker room environment.
Right.
If you will, but are you gonna give yourself kind of like the rest of the season and then kind of be, officially done, as far as like once this season concludes? And I say that because I didn't know this, but I saw that Cam Newton is not officially retired,
right.
And Prince also told me that there's certain things that I don't want to say that you can't do, but certain like alumni things and stuff like that, like you're not even eligible for it until you're officially retired, which I just kind of recently heard, and I didn't know that as well, so. I just was curious to know, like, are you, what I'm saying? Because this is going into week 6 now. So, like, after the season, what I'm saying, or you just gonna kind of just, still train and see if something come up over the next like year or so?
For this year, I really said I'm gonna just play this year out.
Yeah, I feel that.
Be home.
Same.
I enjoy the kids. Just play.
Enjoy the free time, man. And I say this.
Time in a long time.
I think that me and you are one and the same because it's the first time in a long time. But I'm also one of those people where, like, I felt like I emptied the tank when it came to playing. So like at this point in time, it's not like I have a whole bunch left. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't one of them dudes who early on in my career that I got these regrets and these wishes, or what I'm saying, now I emptied the tank, you feel me, from day one. And I think that, I feel like you're very similar to that. And then kind of once it gets to that time, then you start to, once you look at it and kind of, once you've made some bread, fortunately, what I'm saying, that we all have, but once you kind of get to that time, you really do enjoy the extra time that you had and being able to do different things on stuff that you would have never been able to do or never have been able to do.
Yeah, for sure. I've been to a few games this year.
Really? What game?
Just high school, rec ball. I enjoy watching football. I just enjoy the Penn State games.
Yeah. Hopefully not the Oregon.
Yeah. My son want to start going to some NFL games, so I'm gonna take him to some of those. Probably some Ravens games down there. But it's been great. Been playing the game more than I've ever played. Yeah. Been playing 2K and NCAA stuff like that. And just stuff you never get to do while in season.
And I tell people, man, it's like when you really dedicate it and really like into it, you got to imagine, I mean, this is something that we've done since I was 7 years old, as far as this time of year, you know what I'm saying? But as that's picked up through high school and college, really dedicating so much time, off seasons, in season, your whole schedule and livelihood is dedicated, based on you and football. Right. And now, what I'm saying? I mean, not having those confines, I mean, for a person who's really put the work in and really dedicated their life to it, I mean, it's a time where it's gonna come,
right.
And I mean, I'm enjoying the free time as well.
For sure.
And speaking of Penn State, I know I heard it from this guy all weekend, Nebraska guy over here, but back-to-back losses, man. Oregon, that one was tough, double OT, and then we go out to UCLA.
Sleepwalking.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
I mean, they call those trap game. That's a trap game, right?
Yeah, that's a trap game.
That's what what I'm saying. You lose to Oregon. You had the big hype game that you lose, whiteout.
Right.
You lose in double overtime, and then you go to UCLA, man, and it started out bad. It got even worse, and then we end up picking up a little bit, but it wasn't enough time. But that's what happens when you dig yourself into a hole like that in any kind of sport.
There's no reason or excuse for it, man. Y'all lost to a team that had no coach. They were running Madden plays. Coach said he couldn't even get has never even used a set before, a headset. And so, I mean, for Coach Neuheisel, forgive me, to beat a prestigious coach like Coach Franklin, I mean, could that put a stain on his career at Penn State?
I mean, I don't think it puts a stain on a
to
career.
a UCLA that was downhill, and to be honest, who it helps is the quarterback for UCLA. I mean, there was big talks with him with NIL and stuff like that, and
it was also big talks once the coach got fired that he could have left.
Oh, he could
have left.
Yeah.
He could have left right when that happened. It was a certain kind of time frame. I'm not fully up to date with all the rules and ramifications
It's
of
like 4 games.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, with the NCAA. But I don't think it puts a stain on his overall career. I think as far as it will put a stain on this year, depending on how we finish out as far as having.
So y'all can still go to the playoffs?
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible, yes. But I'm saying a game like that puts a stain on your resume a little bit. If you happen to at all lose to anybody else,
right,
or anything like that, losing to a team like UCLA, if they don't pick it up throughout the course of the year, that's where the stain comes in. But I mean, at the end of the day, people lose games every day and every year. I mean, Bama.
But no.
I mean,
you don't lose you don't lose the games you're supposed to like that. And listen, and my boy told us, like, hey, take it easy on Penn State because Nebraska still does play them. So I don't want you. I want you to have grace.
How we smack you?
I know. I'm chilling right
like November 22nd or something like that.
I'm chilling right now.
It's circled on my list at least.
I'm chilling right now. But I want to say this: people don't understand. Like, it's truly any given Sunday or any given Saturday.
Not college. No, it's not.
Yes,
no, it's not.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is, I mean, remember when we were growing up? I think the biggest upset I saw was Appalachian State in Michigan.
And how much of an anomaly?
That's what I'm saying. I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's any given Sunday, any given Saturday, because especially now in the age where NIL makes it all kind of evens the playing field. Yeah, and so a kid could wake up in college. You don't know what the girlfriend might have texted kid or what the kid found out, and now the kid down in the dumps, and now that affects his play.
Man,
there's just
college,
so much,
man.
There's so much going on.
It's about a girlfriend, ain't that dude wife or nothing like
and
that,
these
man.
kids could wake up like Baker and say, "I'm feeling dangerous today. Like I'm just gonna go off today." It could happen.
But I get what you're saying. So with UCLA, that's a dangerous team. Think about it. When you have nothing to lose,
exactly.
Hate makers, I understand that you still can't lose that game. They had a hangover coming from the Oregon loss.
So now you want to
a game they should have won. They go over west.
Now you're supposed to take it out on
you go, but you go over west.
Long flight.
They out there taking pictures with the statues and stuff like that.
In Cali,
taking statues? Pictures. The Kobe and all. They got all them different. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you go there 2 days before. Yeah, you go there 2 days before. Everybody.
Okay.
What you would have did?
I would have been chilling.
It's college.
I would have been chilling. I don't know. That's funny. Okay, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? You get hangover.
Yeah.
Then they started real slow. They started to come back, but it's too late. You know what I'm saying? It's too late.
I mean, we've lost a couple games like that. Our situation was a little bit different, but we opened the season. We lost to the University of Ohio, and then we lost to the University of Virginia.
It was right when we lost all our scholarships.
Yeah, sanctions. Yeah, so it was a lot going on at that time. But so I can relate to that a little bit as far as losing to a team that you weren't supposed to lose to, because both of those losses were devastating. But then we also go on in those same years to beat Wisconsin team that had Monty Ball, you know what I'm saying, and James White. Yeah, you feel me? So you do have the parity,
and
Melvin Gordon. They was all on the same team.
Okay,
pretty good team.
And what are you? And then You beat Ohio State too, or Michigan?
We beat Ohio State our freshman year.
Our freshman year.
Beat Michigan. I got pretty much everybody under my belt except for Nebraska, which is ridiculous.
Because of the fumble, we fumbled on the goal line.
On the goal line.
That's just the black shirts,
Which
baby.
wasn't really-
And then we lost at home in overtime, I think.
Yeah.
That was 2013? Yeah, 13.
Yeah, we lost in overtime.
Nebraska's tricky, man. We gonna see though. Like you said, late November.
Y'all got the fake Patrick Mahomes.
What's your record right now?
Man.
Yeah, why is he like is that like
What's your record right now?
5-1, I think.
5.
5-1. One lost to Michigan.
why is he on that though? Y'all quarterback.
What is he was?
Man, you know what I'm talking
Man,
about.
stop, man. They both light skinned, both got the same hair. Same
Nah, he
body
be doing the
type.
same little.
What do you mean?
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
just- What's that called? Remember when Jordan, everyone, Kobe had
No,
his tongue out,
no.
chewing gum.
It's
Come on,
his
man.
idol. It's
Huh?
his idol. Is
They,
it his
they
idol?
work out together. They got the same QB coach. So the mannerisms is going to be there. Come on, man. Any shoot.
And y'all play us in Happy Valley.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, to the fans out there trying to set up a live press release podcast in Happy Valley, Nebraska, Penn State. You know, tailgate, do some other
Husky
things.
Valley, I hope, man. It's
Come
gonna
on,
be fun.
I hope we beat y'all to sleep, but we got some game balls to give out early. So today's show gonna be a little bit different. We got a little bit more. We have a few more hot topics that we want to talk about and discuss. But every week we give out game balls, and then we also have another segment where we do fantasy or reality. So we have a special guest on today, so we'll let him give his take on those as well. But so the game balls that we're giving out this week is Colts versus the Raiders. Man, I feel like he's been on here every single week.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones again. Daniel Jones, man, he's playing well. Obviously having Jonathan Taylor in the run game, but also I think the Colts have done a phenomenal job supplying whoever was going to be quarterback this year with weapons.
Right.
Obviously, they have Downs in the slot. They have Pierce out wide. They got Tyler Warren. So for them, you know, I mean, they have a lot of playmakers, man, and also being able to get the run game going. And on defense, I feel like the Colts are just one of those organizations, man, who always are sound.
Yeah.
I mean, playing in that division for 4 years. I mean, the Colts gave me fits. I think I may have beat the Colts maybe once. We put a 50 burger on them, but Daniel Jones is playing well, man. And I think something that people don't realize as much in the NFL is situationally how everybody's situation can be a little bit different as far as your skill set and how that situation matches up. I think people write people off so much like, man, this dude not good, or he washed, or he this, you know, or he that, based on the situation. And I think this year, when I say year, meaning a total of 365 days, we saw Sam Darnold take off a little bit in different situation. I kind of spoke to that last week. I was on Unsportsmanlike ESPN, and I was joking with them saying that, I mean, Sam Darnold, you got to imagine, I mean, he started off with the Jets and Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
I mean,
went to San Francisco.
But my thing is Jets and Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Your first two teams, bro, it don't get much worse than that.
I mean, Jets is Amos' favorite
Yeah.
team. But yeah.
Hey, I see you got on green today,
Yeah.
too. Is that a coincidence?
Green Bay.
Okay.
Might be Green Bay.
That's really green. You
Show
right, huh?
ain't, show ain't the Jets.
We got to give credit to the Colts owner, like the family who took over for their pops, like
And the GM, too.
and the GM.
Chris Ballard.
Chris Ballard, yeah. And so you see the daughter, I mean, the daughter got the headset on, like she's locked in, engaged. And I wanted to ask you guys this though. When the quarterback, like they got a new quarterback, and so I mean the first round quarterback, and so when he doesn't do as well or up to everyone's expectations, then now you have a quarterback in Daniel Jones, and I think he's exceeding right now. Do you think people are saying it's the quarterback, it's the coach's fault, it's the quarterback's fault, it's the scheme? Like who does that look bad on? Does it look bad on
Anthony
the GM?
Richardson?
Yeah.
I mean, listen. I think when you go back and look at Anthony Richardson's overall experience and football experience,
Oh yeah, he didn't.
I mean,
that many reps,
again,
right?
Bill Parcells has a nice list, and we kind of talked about that last podcast of the factors in when it comes to quarterback and quarterback evaluation.
Right.
I mean, Anthony Richardson didn't play a ton of football at Florida.
Right.
I mean, completion percentage has never really been high. I mean, even dating back to high school. So, because I'm one of those guys where it's like, I don't understand how you can expect people to be at a certain level in the league that they've never really been at all. You know, as far as completion percentage. And I mean, again, you do have some anomalies.
Especially with quarterback.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Let me ask you real quick. Tom Brady, he was solid in college.
Yeah.
Like played a lot. Okay.
But he also didn't go in the first round.
That's what I'm saying. Like
and that's my point. It's like Tom Brady was drafted late, but came in, did his thing.
he had the experience in college, the everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then obviously, I mean, based on his draft stock, he overachieved in the league. But what I'm saying is, when you've never seen a person get to a certain mountaintop of performance at a position and you draft them that high,
right.
I don't want to say that you're setting them up for success, but you swinging for the fences.
Yeah,
that's a very high risk.
Yeah.
I mean, quarterback is already a very risky kind of position.
But with his stature, though, I mean, he's the guy's like 6'4",
With his what?
6'5". His stature.
What is what?
Is he not? He's not a big dude.
Yeah,
man, come on, man.
And he's fast. I'm saying someone probably fell in love with
athleticism.
Yes, and what it looked like.
This is my thing. I'm not a GM.
Right.
But if I'm drafting a quarterback in that top 5 area, he has to have everything.
Oh, yeah.
It has to be somebody that can put the team on their back because you're playing for a terrible team. You're going into a situation that's been losing. So, like, first round quarterback, I think of Cam Newton, Andrew Luck. They were that big in stature, but they also produced.
Yeah.
A lot, you know what I'm saying? So that you've seen them do it, it's a guarantee. Though I feel like top 5, you have to be if you're a quarterback top 5, you have to be a guarantee pick.
So like Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrows, are you putting your boy in there?
Who?
Caleb.
I will put him in there.
Okay.
I'll put him in there. And the reason why I will put him in there is because you saw 3 years of film on him as a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
He also won a Heisman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So his tenure in college was a little bit more bumpy than it was just ascending. You know what I'm saying? It kind of like took off, dropped a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like based on the year he came out, because he won his Heisman his sophomore year, I believe, and he came out as a junior. His junior wasn't the greatest year he had. So, but you were able to see the kind of player that he was, as opposed to Anthony Richardson. It's kind of like, what are we drafting? What are we doing? You know, and I saw him just his athleticism. He came in last week for a little bit late in the game, threw a pass, it got tipped, he caught it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he an athlete. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, I'm not one of those guys. I know they did it to Lamar Jackson, but I mean, tight end. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
They did it, Lamar. Hold on. It's disrespectful to Lamar because
he won a Heisman,
and he did it and he might have could have won the Heisman 3 years straight.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he's killing all. You know what I'm saying? Not really win the Heisman, but he was killing for 3 years straight. Anthony Richardson, you got
10 games.
10 games. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that. You don't have that big of a sample size. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody to say that to Anthony Richardson, I would see that because of the height, weight, speed, and he doesn't have that much of I'm killing that quarterback.
Right.
So if he moves position and he has the ability to, and you seeing his head, does he get another shot? I guess that's the question. Does he get another shot at quarterback? No.
I think it's tough because of he hasn't started enough games for somebody to just give him a starting job. I think we look at some of the guys who've gotten another chance. They started a decent amount of games. Right. So the sample size, even that they had in the NFL, people were able to take a little bit from that to say, okay, maybe he can do this, maybe he can do that. But when you don't start that many games, it's hard to give you a second chance at that particular position.
Right.
But speaking of change of scenery, going to the other sideline was the Raiders. This was also a part of our BTA. Prince wanted to troll me and talk about Penn State.
Yeah,
and
they used to do college, but Penn State definitely BTA.
So this was kind of this game doubled up with the game ball for Daniel Jones, but also BTA because the Colts smacked the Raiders. Geno Smith, I mean, going from Seattle last year where he looked, pretty solid.
Right.
Seattle didn't pay him. Then he
No. Seattle gave him some chicken.
They traded him to the Raiders.
Yeah,
he was up for another contract
already. I don't know.
All right, we're gonna have to go back.
I don't know.
Was it a 3-year deal?
Yeah, it was a 3-year deal. He got paid. I think. But I think Pete Carroll traded for him.
So he's on the same contract.
Yeah, he should. And then he re-upped with the Raiders.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
I'm saying he wanted to get paid.
Yes.
The reason that what caused the trade was
I didn't know
he
that.
wanted to get paid, and
He
they
re-upped.
were going through contract negotiations,
Already, wow.
stalling and stuff a little bit, and then once he signed with the Raiders, he got the little contract bump, and I'm gonna look that up. But I'm pretty sure that's how that went down. But I mean, he's been struggling pretty.
Yeah.
A lot this past season. I think he's at 9 interceptions. I mean, they have some pretty good weapons. Jacoby Meyer.
Yeah. And it's tough because Ashton Genty is starting to get his
Ashton
bearings in.
Genty, Brock Bauer,
Yeah.
Jacoby Meyer. So it's some guys to throw the ball to. When you're in situations like that, man, it's always tough. We kind of spoke to earlier in the offseason with our first podcast as far as just some teams with new head coaches, it's tough. It's tough to be in a win now situation. And we talked about how Pete Carroll is always a win now guy, and that's kind of what he's accustomed to. But based on the roster, based on coming into a situation as a new coach and trying to refit things, it's tough to win now, as we see with the Raiders. And a team like that, where do you go from there? You know what I'm saying? I believe they're 1-4. Where do you go as a 1-4 team, having a veteran quarterback, having an experienced head coach? Where do you go as a 1-4 team, especially because your coach is older as well? So this isn't a situation where we have a younger coach where we're trying to change things. Is anybody that has Pete Carroll as their coach are going to be in win now? If you're a 1-4 Raiders team, where would you try to go, or what direction do you try to go in? Are you in sell mode and just try to rebuild the thing? Or are you gonna try to, just try to hunker down?
How many you had Gruden, McDaniels, Antonio Pierce, and now you have
Pete
Carroll. All this since you've moved into Las Vegas, and so I mean you can't go and get another coach. I think you start at the quarterback position, and you got to find a quarterback. Some people are saying, I mean, we're going to hear this until the trade deadline's over, but trade for Shador.
I mean, is this crazy at all? Too. I mean, Shador. I mean, another guy that if I'm a team and I want to hop on the phone is Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Gosh, I haven't heard Mac Jones' name be thrown around lately.
I think he fits that Shanahan.
Yes, he does. Shanahan is a quarterback rebuilder. Like that dude.
I would say that he needs Shanahan has that certain type of quarterback.
Yes.
That certain type of quarterback that can have those rhythm passes.
Yeah.
Protect the ball.
Well, I mean,
action. He, you know what I'm saying? Everything has to be 3-step rhythm. It has to be that pop pass they like to throw, that little now route and everything like that. So
we also spoke to a little bit. I mean, Mac Jones was a high draft.
Yeah, for his first round pick.
And I say that because I believe he went to the playoffs as a rookie.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, he had Joe Judge and Matt Patricia as his offensive coordinator at one point in time in New England. And that's tough. That's tough. And I say that because when you have the talent and then you have, they're trying to rebuild things, and I mean it's trial and error in a lot of sense. And I mean, I know we're gonna talk about them a little bit later in the podcast, but I mean even look at Philly with a new offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes time, and sometimes those relationships don't always build. So a person like Mac Jones could have been, dealing with an offensive coordinator in Matt Patricia and Joe Judge, who weren't more so catering to him and his skill set and really building his game, as opposed to others, So, I mean, again, I haven't heard his name thrown around as much, but I also think he'll be in the situation next year to probably compete for a starting job somewhere and
compete. He gonna get
Mac Jones.
I think if he keeps playing how he's playing, I think he gets paid. I think he starts somewhere.
Well, I say that because depending on how much more he starts. I mean, they still have Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I know, but we got to look up his stats, but I think he's leading the team in passing yards, leading the team in touchdowns. Like,
it's still early though. And I say that because, I mean, again, I feel you. I think there is a team out there that might be able to, that might pay him to come in and be the day one starter.
If he continues.
Some places like quarterback competitions though, which I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of.
Some places I've been a part of a couple quarterback competitions, and they not what they say, when you have two, you have none.
Yeah.
So and I'm a firm believer in that. But I mean the quarterback position is always a heavy scrutinized position as far as the direction that you go in. How do you develop it?
Yeah.
You know, how do you bring pieces in to make it better? Is that a vet? Is that a younger player? But I mean, people have been saying Shador in Vegas.
Look at Carson Wentz. He's playing now. They're not going to give him up, but he's also a guy that's been balling. We heard what Russell Wilson said if he would ask for a trade, and he said, "You know what? My focus is here in New York. I haven't given up on us. I want to make us better." So I don't think Russ wants to move either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very curious to see. The trade deadline is coming up.
Yeah.
So if anybody's gonna make moves, it's gonna have to be quick.
Yeah.
I want to say it's a few more weeks before the trade deadline is officially over. But going to game ball number 2, Texans versus Ravens. CJ Stroud.
Yeah, great game.
Texans have been struggling a lot. I thought he threw the ball around. Obviously, we know this is a very beat up, battered, everything else Ravens team. I know you can probably riddle off some of Ravens stats. My dog been saying that Ravens Twitter been in his comments.
Talking about the sign?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was it Ravens flock?
So I mean, listen, last week I thought the Ravens may be able to just try to put something together. Obviously, they had Cooper Rush at the quarterback spot, he's come in and filled some games, for Dak Prescott in the past and has done decent. So I think
he's a different type of quarterback than Lamar. I feel like if you have a backup, you want, because now you're not doing a lot of read options, you're doing different plays. I don't know.
Schematically, it does change things a lot. Schematically, the verbals of it, obviously Lamar runs some of those read plays, which then turn into RPO plays and stuff like that. So now you really have to dive into your drop back playbook,
play
which
more
is
conventional.
Tough. That guys haven't heard that. But I mean, I always say this: sometimes during training camp, you may try to cater to him a little bit,
right.
the quarterback too, with some of the reps that he gets. So, and obviously he's not going to be running any reads and stuff during training camp. But I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's pretty much over for the Ravens. I think for their season. I mean, again,
I don't think it's over with.
You don't think it's over?
Dude, he's biased. Go.
I mean, I'll say this
because as long as Lamar is coming back, they're going to have a chance. So in their division,
when is he coming back?
It doesn't matter. It
does matter.
You know what I'm saying? At the most 3 weeks, right? At the most 3 weeks. If he
what are they right now? 1-4.
Look at the rest of the division. They can still win the division. You have Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is right now is the best team in the division, right? Yeah. They number 1 in the division. Yeah. You have Cincy.
They going through the same thing
with
and
backup quarterback and then Cleveland, and those teams. So you can throw Cleveland and Cincy out of there.
So what?
So it's just Pittsburgh.
So what's too big of a hole to get out of? Because they're 1-4 now, and let's say Lamar.
They got Rams. They got Rams this week. Next week.
Yeah, this upcoming Sunday.
They got Rams. They got Rams, Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, Browns, Jets, Bengals. Steelers. Hey, you might be onto something.
Beat every.
But
they're not going to lose another division game.
The Steelers had a Ravens number.
They're going to beat Pittsburgh twice.
Listen, I don't think they've beat Pittsburgh twice in some time. I mean, listen, I may be biased because I was there when we beat the Ravens twice. But and I'll say this: the thing that was always preached in the Steelers facility is that the Steelers have the Ravens number. And I say that because that's a matchup that's, when you go back and just look at history, it's not a matchup that the Ravens have really dominated. Even though that they've been very dominant at times of divisional games, the Steelers.
That's what I grew up watching. Yeah, Ravens Steelers, they used to be the bloodbath.
Yep. And that's how they treat it. But the issue for me is that they digging themselves in that hole now. Yeah. And it's not just on the health of Lamar Jackson. Roquan Smith is out. Marlon Humphreys is out. They have a few guys on the O-line that's out.
It seems like no one respects them anymore, man.
Even with them in, that defense is struggling.
That's my point.
Defense is struggling in general.
That's my point.
But that defense is struggling
because you're a safety and you're on defense, or what do you?
The defense has been struggling. Did you see how much points they gave up? This is a record. This is the most points that a Ravens defense has ever given up.
So that's why no one respects them. You got that. I respect them. The receivers for the Texans, I don't know his name, but doing the
Nico Collins.
No, he was doing that.
Higgins?
The rookie.
Yeah. But good for him. Why not?
I mean, come on,
Hey.
man. I mean,
He's probably been dying to do that dance.
it's the league, man. You know,
I
people
know,
go.
but there's some sort of respect.
If you let them, they will do it.
Yeah,
if I put up 44
Yeah,
points
I
in
got
a
you.
game,
I got you.
we doing whatever kind of
Yeah.
sellies. We didn't practice team sellies, individual sellies
Yeah.
in the mirror, TikTok sellies.
You saw Jair. What he took the ball.
But you just see them. But you see the Ravens week 1. What that offense looks like with Lamar in there.
Oh, yeah.
And how good they look. It's going to be hard for me to just write them off when he gets back. It's hard. They still have too much on offense to dominate. If the defense just have to figure out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Give up 21 a game. You know what I'm saying? Just stop doing 40. Stop giving up 40.
I thought they would be a team that would get better on defense as the season progressed.
Yeah.
Having a young corner like Nate Wiggins, having Malachi Starks at safety, you know, having Kyle Hamilton at safety, I thought that they would be able to kind of, as the season progressed, their back unit would start to be more of a strong point for their defense. And typically they're solid up front. You have Roquan Smith, but he's hurt now, but you have him at linebacker.
Lost a D tackle.
Yeah. But leading up to it, I thought that the back end would get better as the season progressed. Jair Alexander, I thought communication and that they would get better. But again, I mean, they've just been riddled with injuries, you know. And again, I mean, at the end of the day, man, in this league, it's hard to get better on a week-to-week basis when you don't have the guys out there as a cohesive group getting those reps in together. Right. You know, and that's across the board. You know, I mean, even look at the Bengals. You can have T. Higgins, you can have Jamar Chase, you can have weapons, but with your quarterback being out, it's hard to put together that cohesiveness to be able to make plays in a 4-quarter game to go out there and win the game.
Seeing how stuff's going, you would think that these teams would like really pay more attention to their backup, who their backup is.
Some teams did. Some teams got it right. Some teams did.
Some teams, yeah. I mean, San Fran got it right.
Yeah, San Fran got it right. I think the Vikings.
Speak your mind. Right. So what you saying at this? Say you saying that as far as teams
like since he looked bad,
yeah,
and with all of them weapons, since he looked bad. Now with the Ravens, you kind of see how Lamar makes that thing go. Like there were like take Lamar out the equation, put another quarterback in. How are their weapons really?
What do you mean another quarterback and what quarterback?
And it like just take him out. I'm not saying put Joe Burrow in there, but even
Kyler Murray.
But even put Joe Burrow in there. Or do the Ravens look the same with Joe Burrow as they do with Lamar? You know what I'm saying? Like with put Lamar with
he's saying with those weapons.
With those weapons. Put Lamar in Cincy with those weapons.
Come on now.
You get what I'm saying? Like it looks different. Lamar's weapons. Now he has a nice complementary pieces. You have a run game. You have a couple receivers that can get open a little bit, but you don't have those. You don't have no real guy out there as a number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Cincy got 2.
Yeah, they do. We're gonna come back to the Ravens actually, but to go to another game ball this week, we got one of your favorites, Cowboys over the Jets. Dak Prescott. Dak has been playing lights out, man. I mean, obviously, I believe they're 2-1. But I mean, right now, man, I mean, Dak is playing as good as any quarterback right now in the league.
Him and Baker probably top 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, man. Dak has been. I mean, he's healthy, and I mean, we've saw though when the Dallas Cowboys with all the turnover, position group wise, running game wise, with all the turnover, if Dallas Cowboys can keep Dak Prescott upright, he makes plays, and they're in contention at least. Yeah. And I mean, they've been able to do that this year. I mean, even with losing, Micah Parsons, obviously you can use the help on defense, but at the same time, man, I mean, with what Dak is doing, you see that they're offensive centric right now. And then George Pickens, my guy, and listen, bro, I wanted to playing with a dude like playing with George, man. You're gonna see some of the craziest plays, practice, game day, and I'm glad to see him finally start to be able to put it together and be consistent and have a quarterback. I mean, he seems happy. I saw some post-game interviews and some interviews during the week. Man, my guy's smiling. He seems happy. He has a quarterback that believes in him, that can communicate with him. And, he's one of those dudes, man. He's the number one receiver in this league, man. You can't give him and leave him one-on-one opportunities, man. He's going to make a play. And, I think that was a big pickup by Dallas. I think they traded a third-round draft pick in the offseason. So being able to add a person like that. Now, mind you, soon they'll be able to get CeeDee Lamb back. They'll be getting more on the healthier side. Defensively, if they can fine-tune some things here, man, I think you're going to see a Dallas team at least try to make a push later in the season. But, I mean, their offense is going to be a hard team to stop. Yeah. Granted, they beat the Jets. And, I mean, I'm a big Aaron Glenn fan. But obviously, man, it's
a lot to overcome.
It is a lot to overcome. And Aaron Glenn spoke to that, though, man. He said he's up for the challenge. I mean, they're 0-5. Which is, I mean, we know how those kind of seasons are, man. When you for the fans out there, when you're 0-5, that season becomes depressing. Yeah. Especially once daylight savings hit. Now, when you wake up, it's dark. When you get out the facility, it's dark. Man, it's some long days being 0-5. I mean, they got 12 more games to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think their best is probably, I mean, if Lamar doesn't come back, I mean, Ravens November 23rd, Browns is going to be tough because their defense is so good. I mean, Bengals October 26th, Panthers October 19th, Broncos October 12th. Other than that, they got Bills and Patriots. Oh, Saints later in December.
I mean, listen, I don't care who's on their schedule. This year is just kind of like a rebuild wash year. I mean,
that's the mindset. I'm never having that as a coach.
I mean, listen. I'm talking about the Jets.
You talking about the Jets?
Yeah, I know. I'm never having that because you can still get let go.
I mean, as a player,
you can still get fired.
First and foremost, I mean, as a player, let's. All right, man. Let's keep it a buck here.
Cancun on 3.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't individually.
You could though,
man.
You're talking about from when it started. You knew
right now
the Jets.
Right now, today.
What I'm saying is this:
individually, you may be able to do some things personally. For Garrett Wilson, obviously, he probably has Pro Bowl on his agenda and things like that. But other than that, man,
and you also have a locker room that's accustomed to losing. So it's like, all right, here we go again. So you've been losing for so long.
It's a few teams like that.
Yeah.
Who are suffering from that. I want to finish this, but I do want to touch on that right after this. But man, we know how that is, man. The reason how you even become to 0-5 and the reason why 0-5 continues to get worse and it's not much light at the end of the tunnel is because everybody starts to play for themselves. We heard Breece Hall talk about how is it Bryce or Breece?
Breece.
All right, I just wanted to make sure. We heard Breece Hall speak to as far as he wants to still establish who he is in this league, and that's kind of who his focus is. I think this may be the last year on his deal or coming to it. So he's about to be a free agent. So he's trying to put out the best product for himself come March to get paid. Yeah. Garrett Wilson just got paid, but he's still trying to, stack up to his Pro Bowls, and same with Sauce Gardner. These guys want to continue to add to their resume. Right. But as an overall team, man, it's done. I mean, it's.
Was it done from the beginning of the season, or you're just saying it's done now?
It was done from the beginning of the season.
Yes.
Listen.
It has to be a complete overhaul. Like, when you have an organization like that, you may get one year here and there of promise because you have so much talent and things fall right way. But organizations win. You have winning organization, you have losing organization.
That's true.
And this is something that needs to be rebuilt inside out. Like, so, for example, like Detroit. That was a rebuilding process. They had to
break it down.
And now they have the Detroit right now and the Detroit that we were playing when we was in Chicago is two totally different Detroits.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? When you play Detroit, you played Detroit now.
And I'm glad you brought that point up because we talk all the time as far as because I think sometimes organizations and general managers kind of do it backwards. And I think they build their culture last. And I say that because with the players that Detroit brought in, and I've watched Brad Holmes, the GM of the Detroit Lions, speak on it, bringing in a person like Jared Goff, who knows from a mentality standpoint, he's wired a little bit different and built to be able to go through some of the mud of a rebuild and not really waver. A person that's been to the Super Bowl. When you add in a person like St. Brown, when you add in Panay Sewell, when you add in some of these people that are mentally wired to just keep pushing, you can make it out of the storm. But you have other teams, Jets. I think the Giants, unfortunately, are suffering a little bit from this when they see guys and they have guys that where you suffer so much losing to whereas as soon as it started to go south a little bit, it's like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have the amount of people that's there to be able to say, you know, we going in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't that, you know? And I think I think sometimes people try to build the team through the culture as like the cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? They get so talent based and different things like this. I mean, and even we was talking the other day, when you see a team like the Giants, I mean, think about this, man. It is a little bit tough. When I say a little bit tough, as far as from a locker room standpoint, when you have guys constantly going other places and having success.
Yeah.
It was a little bit like that in Jacksonville. When you in Jacksonville, you losing and you see guys losing, everybody going to have success. And then you like, damn, I mean, I guess it ain't. It might not be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Right.
And it's human nature. So for you to sit here and just act like people aren't seeing Daniel Jones go out there and now lead the Colts to 4-1. Yeah. They aren't just seeing Saquon Barkley go to the Eagles and damn near win league MVP and win a Super Bowl.
Xavier McKinnon.
And I say that because it's human nature. Evan Ingram goes to Jacksonville, has a whole resurgence to his career.
Yeah.
It's human nature to see those things. And then when you're a part of losing and when you've been losing to the consistent degree, you start to look on the other side of the fence. I mean that grass is a little greener over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a few less weeds in they grass. And then you have, and unfortunately, that's contagious in locker rooms. And that's what you have, I think, with teams across the league.
But I think that's why you got to bring in the right guys to kind of fight that, to kind of, you know, give people hope. And those guys are like winners, guys that have won before, and say like, hey, like, snap out of it. Like, this isn't it. Like, this is different and stuff like that. And I think what the Giants did with Russ, I think Russ is one of those positive guys who's experienced a lot of success in this league. And so he's able to speak to it.
I mean, and I look at it even from being in Detroit last year, right? They brought me and Tim Patrick in as receiver 3 and 4, or 3, 4, 5 between Khalif Raymond, Tim Patrick, and myself. And we kind of, you know what I'm saying, we knew our roles as upon getting there. But when you have, you know what I'm saying, like they're strategically, they'll take the mental traits over some physical traits in Detroit. Yeah. And that's why they've been able to get to the point that they've been able to get to. They're not just saying, you know what, we're going to go get a young, talented receiver to be our 4th or 5th receiver. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who may mope around, be unhappy, you know what I'm saying? Be on the phone in the locker room talking to his agent because he's not getting the ball, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that. Right. You feel me? In the Detroit, as a person who's been in the Detroit Lions locker room, you're going to stand out very quickly if you're a person who's not fitting in to what they have going on. And those people stick out fast and like a sore thumb based on how Detroit is running their operation. And when you have that, like when I got there, bro, seeing how they young players compete on a day-to-day basis in practice, from Jahmyr Gibbs to Jamison Williamson to Terrion Arnold, Brian Branch, you know what I'm saying? And you have those as far as your young guys. Yeah, now you already got your stars with Amon-Ra, Jared Goff, and I just spoke to how they were wired. Now you bring in guys like me and Tim Patrick, you know what I'm saying, to kind of like fill out your roster. Right. You know what I'm saying? Guys who come from the same cloth as those guys. Man, now you got a machine. You know what I'm saying? We out there each and every day, iron sharpening iron. And a lot of teams don't have that. And I don't think that people kind of understand the culture part of the game as much as they should and how that actually impacts a locker room and Sundays.
I agree with that.
Yeah. To go to, speaking of the Lions, Jared Goff this week, Lions versus Bengals. I gave him a game ball, but I mean, I feel like you could give JG a game ball,
Yeah.
every week over the past two seasons, with just the way that the Lions have been playing. And we also spoke to the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean that you just said the Ravens have a chance to win their division. Do you think Cincinnati does at all? You think it's over?
It's over with.
It's over for them, huh?
It's over with.
And I mean, we also at this point in time, last week, a lot of people were saying, obviously Philly kind of being undefeated going into last week. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, I would have to put the Detroit Lions up there as far as a Super Bowl favorite in the NFC. I kind of said that to start the season. Everybody was up in arms once they lost to Green Bay and just kind of what that looked like, and the offense wasn't the same. And I saw some offensive statistics that they've had through 5 games now, man, and it's they're breaking history. Which Dan Campbell's teams are always going to do as far as touchdowns scored in the first 5 games and different things like that, man. So as long as they stay healthy, and I think they're gonna keep cooking, man. I mean, it's funny because you have the Eagles team that just been finding ways to win games, and then you have a very high powered Detroit offense, and I mean, I think Detroit they're gonna be a force to be reckoned with, man. Again this year, again. I mean, NFC favorites. I mean, I said the Rams. I think also are gonna kind of be in the mix. I mean, whenever you have Matthew Stafford. You kind of in the mix. So Rams, Eagles. I mean, y'all have any dark horses?
A lot of them don't really want to play Tampa in the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Tampa look good.
Yeah,
Tampa
I be
plays
forgetting
well.
about Tampa.
Tampa,
and Tampa has been beat up as well. Mike Evans has been out. I mean, Emeka Ibuka, man. I'm gonna get to him at the end of the show with one of our segments this week, man. But he's a guy. Yeah, he's a guy. He's been balling.
And is Godwin coming back?
He was back. He was back a couple weeks ago. So yeah, but I mean he's come off that injury. So now I don't think he's back yet.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
which is to the point. You have Mike Evans out, Chris Godwin's. You know what I'm saying? Return off injury. So you still have. He still has a way to go as far as him being and playing better. So I mean, I think you're right. I think Tampa is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Obviously, Coach Bowles, he's a defensive guy, so they're always going to give teams havoc and pressure when it comes to that side of the ball.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite defensive coordinators. Watching his defense.
Have you ever played with Bowles?
I was trying to get to him.
Who? Because you kind of spoke to. It's funny that me and you kind of have these one-on-one conversations to now bring them to the podcast. But you spoke to if you had a chance or ability to play at safety, in just your overall ideal skill set.
Right.
Who is a DC that you've played for that has kind of catered more to your skill set, and who is a DC that you felt like from the outside looking in, like, dang, man, if I had just played for this dude at some point in time in my career, early in my career, like I would have been able to really get even more busy than I already did?
Well, first off, I want to say I think that the first D coordinator I had was Vic Fangio, I think he's the best defensive coordinator in the league. I think he's the best defensive coordinator in the league. But that being said, his defense doesn't cater to me as a safety. You know what I'm saying? Because me as a safety, if you're playing in his scheme, you have to be able to cover because I'm down there. I'm covering. Like I'm covering receivers, I'm covering tight ends, I'm covering everything. In a lot of schemes in the NFL, you have guys that are allowed to just roam, and so you get a chance to make a lot of plays. You can be like a missile. You can be like from a Buda Baker. He's just a missile a lot of times because he's a free player. You be how Jamal Adams, he had a scheme where he just blitzed all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We played against the Jets one time, and I saw him blitz on first, second, third, and fourth down.
I remember him.
I seen him doing it. So you have
point in time for the Jets. He had more sacks than picks.
Oh my God!
In the season, I want to say he had like 9 sacks in the season.
Yeah,
something like that. Something crazy.
He did. He went all pro with 9 sacks.
But that makes sense for you because every single position. I mean, I'm glad I never said this, but I'm glad I get to say this now. I mean, there was a time where I was in the slot and I looked back. Prince, the ball's going over here. Boom, ball came here. I made a play. I think we were playing against the Packers at the time. But every single position, so it would be great for you to to being a defense where you can make plays because
Yeah.
you know the play that's coming. So
But if you're not in a position to make, if you're a
Exactly.
man, you can't
You
go
can't
by
abort
our film
it,
study
yeah.
told me that they about to throw right here, but I have this man, so I only can play this
Exactly.
man. So I can tell my teammate what's coming to him. But if I'm in man, I'm over here. I'm locked into my position.
right,
I'm so glad you brought that up. So were both of y'all pretty heavy film guys?
he was
Yeah.
more. I
Yeah.
I did a
developed
little
into
bit.
that.
He was him and Kyle Fuller were the most. I think Amos knew more than everybody, but because I like to play man and I was pressed so much, my film was okay. What is his releases like? Because I knew I kind of know what.
And then after that, you was
Then after that, yeah,
back to watching Netflix.
I was watching whatever because as long as I could stay in front of the dude, I'm gonna have a chance because I knew like all the plays.
How many DBs watch film? And I say that because I feel like it's different from the offensive side of the ball. Like I was very similar to you. I mean, I was a big cut up guy, so I watched like target tapes, third down cut ups, red zone cut ups. But early in it kind of shifted because early in my career, I was catching a lot of 1-on-1s, like the whole game. So I would sit there and watch like a Revis cut up, a Jason Verrett cut up. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to say, what was the guy named Joseph in Houston?
Jonathan
Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Like he followed me at a point in time. One of the McCourties followed me. You know what I'm saying? So I was catching early on in my career. I was catching 1-on-1s. Like so, I was just watching Darius Slay. I'm catching these dudes the whole game. So that's kind of my breakdown of film. But how many DBs truly watch film?
Well, I think you have to watch your film not only to know what you're doing, but because it's being monitored. I remember there's
I remember that too.
I remember coaching, hey man, you haven't been on your iPad or whatever because they go and check.
Yeah,
they go and get the data. This player has not been watching it, even with the GPS, which is a whole nother thing. If you're not working hard in practice because I'm not notching 22 miles.
Jacksonville, that happened to us. Our offensive coordinator, Coach Ole, he came in. He said, "Man, we had a real young team at this point in time. I think this was like 1 in a year or 2. He was saying nobody was watching film, and that he looked at the iPad numbers and everything like that. But I think it also can be skewed a little bit.
It can.
And I say that because I was
let him run.
You can open your thing.
Well, I was gonna say not just that, but early on in my career as well, I used to watch a lot of film at the facility.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was in the special teams meeting and stuff a lot. So I would have hours, you know what I'm saying, throughout the course of the day. That may be an hour and a half in the morning. That may be an hour and a half after practice or whatever the time frame was where I was in the special teams meeting where I could just sit there and just kind of watch cut-ups and just run through my stuff. But yeah, man, I mean, a lot of coaches do be on that. Another thing that I want to get to, since I got 2 DBs in the room, one a corner, one a safety. When people throw their hands up and stuff, do they be knowing what the coverage was, or do they really be believing like I had help behind me, or is it just like a look on TV to be like, yo, like we're, you know what I'm saying?
I don't play that.
Yeah, I know.
Don't do that to me.
So there's I think that there's a couple of reasons. Well, number one, each team has a fine jar. You guys receivers have one, maybe drop passes, maybe missing a block or crack block, whatever. DBs have one too. So we call that BBL. BBL, bad body language. And so any type of, even if, I remember if I missed a play, I would lay on the ground. Kyle Fuller, like, get up. Like, you don't do that. Or even, I'm not going to look back at Amos and be like this because number one.
No palms up?
No palms up. Because number one, I am trying to save myself. I'm trying to save my image on TV, letting everybody know, like, hey, like, this isn't me. Like, I didn't do it. So I'm looking at him like, hey, like where is the help or whatever. So you don't do that. And then, and sometimes I think some people could use it as a decoy, like, hey, like, what's the call? But they really know what it is. And then they go and make the play. But mainly when dudes do this, it's terrible. It's selfish. And you're just saying, like, you're trying to blame it on the guy, like, hey, like, where were you?
I mean, DB is a little, I feel like DB and receiver are kind of, more selfish positions, if you will. Because if you a DB, I mean, we see it all the time. I mean, some of your DBs who've led the league in picks and stuff, they're going to be leading the league in touchdowns given up.
Oh, 100%.
And yards and everything else sometimes. But, hey, at the end of the day, they got their books.
They don't keep track of touchdowns scored against.
Yes, they do.
No, they keep track of picks, what I'm saying.
Not as much.
Only PPF. So I keep.
I'm about to say that.
You PPF.
PPF, yeah.
You PPF guy.
Hey, he said, "Hey,
I'm not giving up
what you say? You was what on PPF?
Huh? Two-time All-Pro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Two-time.
Two-time
The only time I'm
All-Pro.
doing this though is to the coach. Give me the call. What's the call?
What if he punch you?
Yeah.
Give me the call. Like, what's his name?
I don't-
Gannon?
I don't
Yeah.
mind. Yeah, I don't mind.
Did he punch him or slap him?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We go get to that. I'm a
Our response is going to be different,
You
but
think so?
yes.
All right. Well, this is one of my favorite segments, and we're gonna let, since we have a guest here, we'll let him respond and answer to these first.
Yeah.
So this segment is fantasy or reality. If I'm gonna tee up something for you, and if you think it's in a fantasy world, then say that. Or if you think it's the reality of what's going on, you can say that as well. So first up here we got, it's time to worry about the Eagles. Fantasy or reality?
That's fantasy. Not yet.
Not yet.
Don't worry about it yet. Let stuff play out there. Let their offense get into a groove, because they really haven't played. Like, Jalen Hurts hasn't had his great games, but again, Jalen Hurts doesn't have to be great for them to win.
I
And
agree.
he hasn't had to. Last year, he didn't have to be great for them to win. He threw 2,000 something yards
Yep.
last year. Like, what do you expect this year? You think he's just gonna go from throwing for 2,500 to throwing 5,000 this year? You know what I'm saying? It's not going. It's not going to happen. That's not their style. And if they do go to that style, I think they'll start losing more if they try to just go out there and just spread it out and just throw the ball.
News just broke.
Okay, tell us.
We were just talking about trades.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
You gonna break the news?
This is crazy. I feel like Adam
I see
Shefty on here.
the man's speechless.
Is it true, or you on Facebook?
No, it's true.
Oh, okay.
Bengals just acquired Joe Flacco.
Are you serious? Man, that ain't no news, man.
I thought,
that's
I thought one of the young guys got traded.
Joe
But
Flacco.
he can manage. Joe Flacco's going. He's going to throw for a lot of yards with them.
Time
Jamar
out.
Chase.
How
He
is
will.
that not news? First of all, he's staying in conference. That makes it a two-way news. Number one, he's staying in conference.
And them and Shador.
Exactly.
Shador's the backup.
Shador's number 2 now. But I'm saying we were just talking about trades and backup. So the fact that they went there instead of Jameis, maybe Jameis.
Well, we also have to remember.
Right. Because of bridge gap. This is Flacco's last year.
Well, not only that, but
and that means that Joe
Teams-
Burrow's coming back.
teams have to be willing to trade players.
Very
The same way that teams have to be willing to sign players.
Yes.
We always talk about this on how a team didn't get it done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
two-way street.
It's a two-way street. And I say that because I've saw at least the Giants regime say that they're not trading Jameis.
Got you.
They said that, early in the offseason. Well, breaking news. Joe Flacco has just been traded to the Cincinnati Bengals. That will be somewhat of a lift for them. And the reason why I say that's not news is like, man, the Bengals still have to keep a quarterback upright, first and foremost.
True.
Secondly, unless you kind of have more so of a dual threat quarterback that you're acquiring in season, I think it's tough just based on the fact that you have a pocket passer that now has to pick up how much of the playbook can he pick up in a week's time.
He gonna be better than Browning.
We gonna see.
He gonna do better than that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's going to
sure.
do better than that. It's been Bengals been
Listen,
bad.
Coach Tomlin used to always say, in this situation when you're playing against Cincinnati Bengals and you got a quarterback coming in on such a short time like that, they either finish throw short or deep. So expect screens and goals.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about to be looking like for the Cincinnati Bengals. But
And he has those weapons.
he do got weapons. But back to the Philly topic. I'm torn. I think it's.
Hold on. You're torn over fantasy or reality that
Is it time to worry about the Eagles?
they just lost one game.
It's not the way in which they're losing it. It's the demeanor of the players. From being
The
in locker
players or the
rooms-
player?
Players, plural.
Okay.
And I say that because we've also heard that Schmitty also hasn't been a person who's been happy or
I
excited
did hear that.
about what's going on. And I say that because everything fine and dandy when you actually are in the mix to win a Super Bowl, which they were last year, which they still are. But you got to get to that point. So we saw what A.J. Brown said after the Super Bowl. as far as the work that he wants to put in and, kind of how he wants to be remembered and his want to achieve greatness, going through an entire offseason, getting back into this same point, he wants to be mentioned with the best names in the game.
Okay, you can't. Do you think it's possible for him to have both? Be with the Eagles, be mentioned with the best in the game, meaning he's getting the ball, getting the stats, and winning championships. Because I will say this,
It's not possible.
Because I will say this, he does not need to win championships to be mentioned with the greats and stuff. And I kind of feel like that's how. I don't know if that's how Tyreek. I don't know why Tyreek wanted to go to Miami, because he was getting the ball and he was winning championships.
He wanted to get paid,
right? So with AJ, yeah, I don't think it's possible too, because you had it all last year with Jalen, and then this year, and then now this year too. I don't think anything is going to change. But what I think what hurts, no pun intended, but I think what hurts is that you see it in him. We know Jalen can throw downfield. We know Jalen can throw 200 plus and throw some touchdowns. I guess the question is, like, why isn't it happening? Why isn't it happening consistently? And you could talk more to that, because you're a receiver. You know when your number is dialed up. You know when you're supposed to get plays and stuff.
I think it's the cohesiveness of the offensive coordinator and the offensive group. Obviously, they had Kellen Moore last year, who's a quarterback, a former quarterback. But now it's the cohesiveness of the group. Most coaches, if they're in doubt by any means or they're going to lean on something, they're going to typically lean on the run game. As a coach who hasn't really been 100%. A part of that group before, going and having the O-line that has the reputation that their O-line has, Saquon Barkley having the reputation that he has, that's kind of the identity, the tush push, and kind of where their built is. At the end of the day, he's like, man, as long as we get to 4th and 1, we're good.
Right.
And what does that mean? If you average 3 yards per play, you should go down and score every drive.
Yeah.
No? Yeah. So when you have that motto and that mindset and you're seeing the game through that lens, that's how you gonna call it.
Right.
But now to A.J. Brown and Schmitty's words, it's a great quote from Travis Scott.
I can't wait to hear this.
The career is more at stake when you are in your prime. And for A.J. Brown and the things that he wants to achieve from a statistical standpoint, whether if it's a financial standpoint to get paid again and everything like that, the ball has to be in his hands. Yeah. You have some teams, and not to say that they won't, but let's say he wants to, and we see it, we see guys and how many times and how you construct your contracts to get paid again. Yeah, but you get paid off of numbers. Yeah, you can get paid if you are a part of a winning team. But at the end of the day, man, as soon as you go down there to bring, you know what I'm saying, he talking to that cap dude, your agent, he going to be looking at them numbers. Well, Puka Nacua had this, St. Brown had this, George Pickens had this.
But I had Jalen, and Jalen wasn't throwing me.
Jalen's, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know how that go.
Yeah,
we know how that go.
I know.
So, as a receiver, that's all you have. You can sit there and again, closed mouths don't get fed. Yeah. He can play along as much as he want to play along with, and the things that he want to achieve, unfortunately, and not to say it has anything to do with him as a player, but if he sat there and was quiet for the rest of the time that he was going to be quiet for, the things that he wanted to achieve and stuff was just going to disappear damn near. Right. Financially, accolades as personal. Man, we all go out there in the offseason and put in the work to be able to try to achieve greatness. And if you sitting here, and again, man, we know how the contract negotiations and stuff go. It's bread on the line. It's legacy on the line. It's all of that. So for somebody to just sit there and say, I'm okay with this, it's not possible.
And the biggest problem with the Eagles is it's not Jalen, it's not the OC, it's not AJ, it's not Devontae. It's the ball. And there's only one ball. And Saquon needs to eat. Hurts needs to eat.
The Detroit Lions.
So what do you mean?
They have an offense. Saint eats. Jameer Gibbs eats. Dave Montgomery eats.
Not
Jameson Williams.
Not eats. Every game. It's spread out. It's by committee.
Not getting his touches though.
What you mean?
So I don't. Back to the beginning. I don't know what everybody thought was going to happen this year. Last year, Jalen Hurts threw for under 3,000 last year too.
No, I
like
agree.
he's not. They're not. They're not coming out there throwing the ball.
And that's what I'm saying is, as a receiver, how long do you expect their receivers to be okay with that?
Yeah.
Receivers want to receive the ball.
And then Jalen, how many rushes he gonna have a game?
And this has,
and 15. He gonna have his 15.
and this has nothing to do with Jalen. It's just more of the cohesiveness with the receivers that you have and what they want, and the way that your offense is, and how you want to construct that and call that. You know, there's a link missing.
Right.
You know, and again, Schmitty is a Heisman winner.
Yeah.
Who's caught a ton of passes in the entirety of his career, college and pro. AJ Brown is one of those guys and one of those ones too, and he believes he's that. Yeah. And that's what it is. You know, the identity is not matching the personality of the players, the identity of the offense.
I have a question. So what do you want? If they go out there and run empty and go out there and try to throw the ball around, they're losing. That's not what.
Listen,
when we play against the Eagles. You go play against the Eagles. Go play against the Eagles. You hope they come out and pass the ball.
Right.
You hope they just come out and just pass the ball. That's not them. That's not what won them the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's not what's going to win them the Super Bowl this year. You come try to be somebody else, you're not going to win.
Agree.
Was it 2 years ago? When they played Kansas City? That was 2 years ago, right?
Yep.
They went the whole year running the ball. They went and played Kansas City. What they try to do? Just open up and pass the ball.
That's
agree. Not your identity.
You're going to lose. But my whole point to this is, guys also have careers. Yeah. And if you don't think when people lay their head down at night,
see where his mind's at. He just said receivers and DBs are selfish.
Yeah.
But I mean who else? What other position is affected like that by the ball? Yeah. The O-line, they're gonna get paid whether you block or pass. Yeah. I mean, run or pass, they blocking. You do your job, you gonna get paid. Receiver, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a certain, milestone that I'm trying to hit or that I'm trying to reach, if I don't have the ball in my hands, I can't do that.
So what do you do now?
If you're who?
The Eagles?
I'm just saying, like, what's the solution? There is no solution.
No, it's not a solution.
There's no solution.
It's that they try to put their heads down and work as much as they can in the passing game to try to make it
sweet. So you can't keep sweeping under the rug.
I mean, they do play the Giants this week, which I also want to get to because I have another question. You know what? I'll go ahead and ask it now. Is there a such thing as get back on track games in the NFL? Because I said if this was me and I was the Eagles,
certain teams,
I'm going to Saquon Barkley and our running backs. I'm saying, listen, I'm gonna have y'all start the game. I'm gonna have y'all finish the game. I'm going to my receivers. In between those times, we airing this thing out. We're gonna figure this out right now, and we're gonna get it figured out.
You can afford to do that. Good teams can do that. Let's get back on track for certain. Like, so when I was in Green Bay in 19, 20, 21, we had games where you'd be like, all right, they not even supposed to be out here.
Yeah.
Let's
try
some. You know what I'm saying? Let's work on this.
We had games like that in Chicago.
You're playing against a team, but when you're a middle of the pack team, you got to go out there. I mean, and that's not taking somebody lightly. Yeah. But it's like, all right, we're gonna work on this. We're gonna get up on them early, and then we're gonna work on this. We're gonna work on that. And we was blowing people out during those.
Ironically, you know who our two get back on track games was when I was in Chicago? Well, we all was in Chicago at that point in time. Yeah. The Jets and Bills.
Oh yeah.
We had just, I think, lost to New England, and me and Mac were a little bit beat up. I know I was. And Coach Nagy came to me. He was like, "Hey man," and the trainer, they're like, "Listen, we gonna keep you down for the next, couple of weeks, get you back right." I was nursing a growing injury. Yeah. I had like a mild growing strain. They like, and they like, "Listen, we trying to get to the playoffs. Our aspiration is to win the division. And if we can't beat these two teams without you and Mac, we don't have no ambitions anyway. So we finna figure out what that is these 2 weeks." And that's when you was complaining when I was on scout team, but I wasn't playing that week. Prince Khalil was like, Prince, he gets the ball. He can play. He healthy. Why he not playing?
Speaking of that defense, we gotta if we win the Super Bowl, we're the best.
I hate thinking about it.
We're probably the best defense.
Listen,
of
I
since
said
2000.
I said on Twitter this
think
week.
about it.
I said on Twitter this week. Every time I see a kick hit the upright, it makes me angry.
Oh.
Yeah.
When I see it kick hit the upright and go in, it makes me even more angry.
Then he was on Good Morning America the next day.
Stop. That's my who's it? Parky? That's
Yeah.
my guy.
Tough.
But it ain't just him. They said it was tipped too. It's just
Yeah,
I was with the special teams coach who was with Philly then, Coach Phipp last year in Detroit. He said, everybody always talks about that. You know that ball got tipped? I'm like, really? He like, yeah. I'm like, man.
But you remember did we lose to Miami? Did we win?
Yeah, we lost
to Miami.
We lost to Miami.
You know we missed the field goals that game too.
Yeah, we did to win the game. Yeah.
2 field goals.
We did.
I think we missed 2 field goals.
Was it New England too?
We missed a couple extra points that year too.
Yeah.
We lost some games. But
that was tough. That was tough. That's the league, and Chicago fans, we love y'all. That good times. That's the last time we're a part of the last Chicago Bear team to win the division, to win that division.
Oh, wow.
And then they want to break the team up.
Yeah,
that's another.
Which is a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Which we gonna listen. And I was telling Pete this too, man. We got to get a live podcast going in Chicago as well, so we can kind of talk about even how teams get dismantled, where that team was at, how that team got dismantled, and I think that'll be a good conversation to have.
There's only so much, like once you pay, because like you said,
Eagles,
we all got
Rams.
You didn't get paid there, huh?
Where in Chicago? No, they let me go, and they said,
"Right,
we gonna get into what they said."
Yeah,
but
say what they said. Say a little bit of what they said, bro. Say a little bit of what they said, bro.
No, they just basically
they try to disrespect my dog.
They try to be disrespectful.
See how this dude, like I said, smartest dude on the defense.
So another one, fantasy or reality. We need to bring back pocket passing quarterbacks. Fantasy or reality.
Fantasy.
Thank you.
What?
Man, reality, bro.
No. So you saying that as a receiver.
Man,
I'm saying that
I'm watching Trevor Lawrence all last night, bro. That looked like high school football out there, man.
I go out here, but what I'm saying is, as a defender,
no disrespect.
I'm looking at playing somebody. All I want to see is that quarterback mobile. If that quarterback not mobile, I'm having a great game. I don't want to play against Lamar. I don't want.
So you want to play against A-Rod?
Huh?
You want to play against A-Rod?
I would rather.
Well, what you mean? But A-Rod you just want A-Rod now or A-Rod back then? A-Rod was
talking about A-Rod
extending the play. What I'm saying,
extending the play.
I'd rather play. I'd rather play against
dual.
I'd rather play against.
When I say dual, okay.
Versus a Lamar Jackson. I'd rather play Peyton Manning.
I play Peyton Manning every day.
Yeah. I'd rather play Tom Brady than Kyler Murray. What do you mean? We're talking about
hold on. Not that far. Not that far.
Yeah,
not that far.
We're talking about someone who can extend play. What's my favorite coverage? Hold on. What's my favorite coverage?
2-man.
Exactly. So I can't play that against Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
But Tom Brady, 2-man, third and whatever, we can run that.
When I first came into let's do this. Give me your top 5 dual threat quarterbacks. We ain't talking about quarterbacks that have some mobility. We're talking about true dual threat quarterbacks
in the league right now.
Yes, and Patrick Mahomes is excluded.
How is he excluded?
Okay, hold on.
Because I feel like he's the person who has the perfect balance between pocket passing.
Okay, hold on. Here goes my and Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, and then we'll go.
You saw a true dual threat?
Yeah, those are dual threats.
So
Jalen Hurts, and is CJ there?
CJ who?
Stroud.
He's not a dual.
He don't be running.
If we talking about what he's talking about, he's not dual threat. Then
yeah, thank you.
You talking about true? You talking about true threat? Like so.
Give me another one.
If you can't,
Justin Fields.
And
we talking about people that have design run plays as well.
Yeah. I would say it's Trevor. Dude, Trevor, what he was doing last night?
No, he's not a dual.
Justin Fields.
No, not yet. I'm trying to think.
I'm giving y'all one, bro.
Jordan Love,
man. You're a troll, huh?
Jordan Love
he does run, but he's not a dual threat. Just like Herbert can run. There was mobile. That's what I'm saying. When you say mobile, Herbert is mobile to me. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about no dual threat.
Dual threat.
Gotcha.
So then those the only. Okay, then Justin Fields is a dual threat. Yeah.
Jared Goff. Joe Burrow. Herbert. Who else?
You can't say
I
bro,
thought-
he's too mobile.
say
You
Baker?
can say just pocket.
I'll take.
You can't just call him.
I'll take Herbert out of there. No, I'll take no. Jared Goff, Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy, Matthew Stafford. I feel like I'm missing somebody.
I'd rather play against all of them before.
Jordan Love.
I'd
I
rather
throw
play
Jordan
against
Love
all-
in there.
Yeah, he don't got
Okay.
design runs. I'd rather play against
design
all of them
runs.
before.
I'm taking my 5.
No,
I'd rather play against all of them
I'm listen.
before I play against those dual
Listen,
threats.
all I'm saying is,
That's
as a defender, the last person that I want to play against is Lamar Jackson.
He's an anomaly, so I'll
Do
give
you
you
hear
that.
this,
I'll
man?
give you
He's the
You
last
gotta
person.
understand. Think about it as a
Even the
defense.
fans keep
Everybody-
asking right now, why is the league at where it's at from a offensive standpoint? Why is the offensive yardage and points and stuff down? Yes, 2 high safeties. When I first came in the league and you had Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, I know I'm missing some dudes.
I think the defense got better.
they were airing the rock.
DCs are smarter.
out.
But you have to be mobile now. You have to be mobile. You start feeling like
You got dudes coming off the edge that are like receivers. These dudes are not even big old hungry linemen. These are receivers.
and I feel like they threw more picks back then too.
You're gonna be a sitting duck.
Maybe.
It was
I mean,
more
okay. At the end of the day,
before we got
at
the league.
the end of the day, right? Even when you go look at those guys, yes, Joe Burrow is hurt, Lamar Jackson is hurt. But my thing is, when you look at the more, you know what I'm saying, pocket passers, go look at the, you know what I'm saying, go look at the Staffords of the world, the Brock Purdy's of the world, the Jared Goffs of the world.
You keep saying
And-
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy got to a Super Bowl, no?
He did get to, so did Garoppolo,
Yeah.
and they in the same category to me.
Yeah.
Pocket passers.
But to me, Garoppolo
Pocket
and
passers.
Purdy are
And who's winning?
the same.
Jalen Hurts.
He won.
Yeah, I know, but
He won.
who was the last one besides him? And don't say Mahomes. Who won before him?
You talking about dual
Brady.
threat?
I probably say Brady, right?
Brady did. No. Oh, Stafford, Brady.
Come on.
You right. I mean,
Don't matter.
but who has one other than Brady and Mahomes is past? You know what I'm saying? Like consistently.
You're crazy. I'm going.
You can look up the last.
No, not even.
Look up the last-
No.
look
Listen, forget that. Forget winning.
Burrow went.
The last
Purdy went.
MVPs of the league have been what?
Mobile.
Thank you.
Are we talking about Super Bowls or what?
I'm saying those are the best quarterbacks. That's why I said I would rather.
You do,
I look at it-
what they do. What the
I look
league
at it
does
kinda like
do though.
basketball.
The
I look at
mobile
it-
quarterbacks don't usually have the same weapons that those pocket passes do.
Right.
How
If you
can
look at it.
How
Get 'em.
can you? And I say that because you start to eliminate the certain skill sets of your receivers. Because you not y'all played Madden 2003 or 2004 when they had the quarterback vision.
Mm-hmm.
The mobile quarterbacks had what?
The narrow.
Yeah, all right.
But that was public
but-
perception
but-
because
no, well,
Lamar
I'm using-
Lamar has the highest passer rating of all
Again,
time.
that's low. He's an anomaly.
Okay.
He's an anomaly. But you just said that they have different kind of weapons.
Yeah.
And why do you think that is?
because
A person like Jared Goff, every single receiver is viable on every single play based on his reads.
Yeah.
He gonna go through his reads and he gonna read it out.
Yeah.
He not scrambling. He not getting up out of the pocket. He not doing none of that.
I know, but when you have a mobile quarterback, you can't run any type of two.
My thing is,
coverage.
what mobile
You gotta
quarterbacks
have
have
eight
had
in the
any
box.
kind of sustained success?
We just talking
But
about the
it's
MVPs.
but it's-
Josh Allen.
but it's also
Lamar,
it's getting there. You gotta think how many what you're saying as far as a dual threat quarterback. That's new. That's pretty much new. You had a few. You had a sprinkle here. Now you had Vic. You had
Man.
Vic by your definition of
I
mobile.
was watching the games this week, and I said, "Bring back the pocket passers, please." After watching the Detroit Lions, after watching Mac Jones and Matthew Stafford duel it out, after seeing some of these things and then watching the giddy, and granted, I understand that the very elites, that it's a couple of them, but now you just getting guys swinging for the fences for athleticism,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's
which is a whole other conversation.
The
But
last
that's GMs. That,
the last
that's,
10
That's just people.
the last 10 MVPs have been split.
Can I get the last 10 Super Bowl champion teams?
I'm gonna give you.
You heard what you said. championship teams.
Yeah. But Lamar Jackson has two of them.
But my thing is, what they got to do with the pocket passer? And
what I'm saying is
they
that
both got teams.
I know what I'm saying is that the dual threat, they have more success. So Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen. Those are 4.
And mind you, Cam Newton was a dual threat.
Yeah, he was.
That they were really confining him to pocket pass.
But he was still running.
But he wasn't running nearly as much as the dual threat quarterbacks are now.
He's talking about the Super Bowl year. He was going.
Go look at how many records he has rushing.
When he ran. Man, this is what I'm saying. Cam Newton was a very good runner. Yes.
He had design runs.
He also had design passes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes him dual threat. He had both.
But what I'm saying is, when you look at a lot of these quarterbacks, as soon as the ball is snapped, they not going through no reads.
Okay,
yeah,
so you're saying
you're wrong. You're wrong.
So you're saying not.
That's wrong.
So you're saying bring back pocket passing, not pocket passers.
Yeah.
So you want the dual threat to be to sit in the pocket and
even when you looked at Cam Newton as a dual threat quarterback, Cam Newton could throw the ball from the pocket.
So can Josh Allen. So can Lamar Jackson. So can Kyler Murray.
But that's not their offense.
Thank you. None of them 3 guys throw the ball from the pocket majority of the time. Majority of the time, those guys are outside of the pocket when they're throwing. I watched Josh Allen the other night. I would probably say, especially in crunch time, late in the game, 50% of his passes are outside the numbers. And mind you, he's the elite to do it.
Right.
But again, this is my perspective. Not to say that he can't do it, but I think it's very similar to basketball. It's like when you have players who can't depend on just staying in the pocket and delivering the ball to the players who are getting open down the stretch, as it gets into those playoff games and stuff like that, it becomes harder.
So you want them to go 1, 2, okay, checked out. You want them to scan? I think that's just
and I'm a receiver, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes, I'll be looking at some of the receivers out here, you know what I'm saying, who be frustrated and stuff like that. It's like, I feel them. Stay your ass in the pocket and throw
that's just the knowledge of the quarterback. I don't even think Tom Brady has even said that the quarterback play has gone down severe. I don't think.
Oh, it has? Really?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I wonder why.
Because
niggas is running backs.
No, because these dudes don't have the knowledge. They're not getting prepped coming out of college.
But also, it's these offensive coordinators. I feel like you have the talent to do it. I feel like Josh Allen has the talent to do it.
Question for you.
I think Lamar has the talent to do it.
You're an athletic guy, right?
Yeah.
What kind of scheme would I draw up for you?
If I got an arm, you throw me deep and run the ball. Throw deep.
Quick game is quick game. Quick game a lot of times isn't really existing.
No, don't give me quick game.
But my thing is, when I'm watching quarterbacks across the league, the fact that Matthew Stafford can sit up there and call trips right to some empty kind of formation with the X in the slot, X read, and march the ball down the field and getting the ball out of his hands in quick game, that's a significant advantage.
It is.
And yeah, some teams on 3rd and 4th down, having the quarterback mobility, you can utilize that. But all I'm saying is, I think we're at a point now where the elites, yes, love it. Do it. It works for them. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say it works for them at a very high level. Yeah, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, all those guys. But these other scramblers, man, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah, they're tripping.
What are we doing? Like, yeah, cool, but what are we doing?
No. He tried to give us Jaden Daniels.
What is he?
You ain't know what he is.
No, is he dual
We
threat?
know what he is. What is he?
Do we consider that dual
threat? Yes. He's been doing that at a high level.
Yeah. Like I said before, you got your, you know what I'm saying? You got your.
You won't put Dak as a pocket passer?
Who?
Wow.
Dak?
Oh, you said Dak?
Yeah,
I meant to say Dak. That's what I meant for my 5th. I thought you said something else.
Dak a pocket passer.
That's what I meant.
He didn't used to be, though. Remember when he first got in the league? He used to run a lot.
And I say all those things and say, like I said before, I just feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like the way that offenses are cultivated and things like that, when I'm sitting back and watching games on a Sunday and I see somebody who can't just stand in the ball and deliver a quick game throw or a drop back pass, and we're trying to do all these different things and everybody's scrambling around, sack fumbles, interceptions, is just stand in the pocket and deliver the ball to your weapons who are being paid to catch the ball.
And also getting paid to get open. Y'all not getting open. What's up? Remember when receivers used to be able to get off press? They're not getting off press now.
First and foremost, corners don't even press.
I know. I'm just
Corners don't even press right now. And I wouldn't press either. What I'm a press for? We gonna run zone. We gonna run zone. Ain't no quick game. We gonna have everybody eyes on these running quarterbacks. But we kind of went a little ham on that one. I had fantasy or reality. The Bengals will get another quarterback by the trade deadline.
You didn't have it on there.
Yes, I did right here. Fantasy.
Wow.
The Bengals will get another.
We know that's reality.
By the trade deadline.
Wow.
No, that's reality.
It is reality.
Joe Flacco.
So we'll see what he gets to do.
He's been on the quarterback stuff. I don't know who you following on Twitter or who you. I know you get your.
I know my stuff, bro. Come on, man. I know my stuff. I do my research, bro.
He wasn't calling for Russ's job, but he was like.
It was a no
just more of
brainer.
a conversation. Not
Jackson to start.
him, but he was. This man was calling after I think like week 2 or something. Like, hey man, do you think they should take?
He know.
I'm like, oh,
he know.
I'm like, not yet.
But that just goes to the philosophy of if you got a guy that's your future.
And we're gonna get to that.
And you're losing anyway.
And we're gonna
so this is your Twitter.
Nah, hold on. We gonna get to that. But fantasy or reality, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL still.
Hold on. When you sigh like that, okay.
Fantasy.
When you sigh like that, who else is coming in your head? Like, who else are you thinking about?
So, all time wise, he's the best. Just like with the so for example, like all time wise of the players playing, he's the best. He has the best accolades and everything.
Right.
But when you look at if we're going to take it year by year basis, there are other people who are better than him. Last year, I think Josh Allen and Lamar played better than Lamar Mahomes.
Joe Burrows did too.
For the past couple years. For the past couple years.
So then
I feel like
my next question
better,
would be
where
do you put Patrick Mahomes at right now today?
All time?
No. Right now today.
Rank him.
If you had to go with your top 5 quarterbacks today, where do you put Patrick Mahomes?
Well, 2 of them are hurt.
No. With them being healthy. Where would you put Patrick Mahomes today?
Them being healthy?
Yep.
I think it's a recycling door of the top 3.
Okay,
so
top
you
3 or 4.
Who?
Top 3 or 4.
We need names.
I think you got Lamar, Josh Allen, Burrow, and Mahomes.
Okay.
And I feel like whoever's playing the best at that point is what's name. But because you put different ones in different situations, I feel like they can all succeed, but we don't know who would succeed more.
If you start a team right now, who you choosing?
Lamar Jackson.
Wow. This man's high on Lamar.
Because the reason I say that is because we know the winning part, Mahomes got it. But he's also had Andy Reid. He's had the organization. Andy Reid has went to the Super Bowl with 2 other quarterbacks as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Andy Reid got that. But when you talk about Lamar, I feel like you can put him in any situation and your team is going to be competitive. I feel like you put that's hard to say how bad the Bengals defense was last year, so I'm not going to say that.
Very similar to the Ravens defense this year.
Exactly. It's very, very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar situation.
And what I love about this conversation is that we're going to get a chance to see.
Yeah.
And I say that because we've now saw a Joe Burrow, with him kind of being beat up and injured a little bit, having not so great of a defense. And now Lamar Jackson is kind of, being in a very similar situation, with defense not being the greatest and also struggling a little bit health-wise on that side of the ball, also his own, and staying healthy just as far as if he can dig these guys out of the hole. And I say that because, would you also give Patrick Mahomes the credit of, out of all those guys, with everything being equal, he still had his overall team sustain success?
For sure, but I put a lot into team, just like how you say losing organizations. I feel like they have built a winning culture there. Yeah. They're going to win. They're going to find a way to win. You see out through all the seasons, you doubt them.
People say,
and they find out win, just like the Patriots.
In 15, they trust.
Patriots. And what did these dynasties have in common? They have a winning quarterback and a winning coach. Yeah. And you put that together and you see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Mahomes has been in a great situation. Regardless, you say, oh, well, this year he didn't have the same receiver weapons. But then those years he had the top defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He compensates somewhere.
You know what I'm saying? Hall of Fame tight end.
Yeah.
That might be on to something. Think about the Patriots and you think about the Kansas City.
Yeah.
Great defenses, great tight ends, great quarterback.
I think and teams try to recreate that. You know, it's just easier said than done. But we also have some hot topics on the conversation for today, which is one that we kind of just brought up. Is there a perfect time to start a quarterback? Like a rookie quarterback, excuse me. Is there a perfect time to start a rookie quarterback?
It depends on your situation. But I say if this is your guy and you drafted him first round and you don't have a guy that is a proven winner.
I agree. You starting right away. I agree.
But now if you already have
paid him 30,
if you already have,
why
it doesn't matter.
Plan change right now. As soon as we draft that dude.
We paid Mike Glennon.
Yeah, we did. But then we drafted
Mr. Trubisky.
And again, no.
Oh, the same year.
And I say that it was the same year.
2017.
I remember they were saying that when Mike Glennon signed there, he was super taken aback when they drafted. Like he was at the Super Bowl. Not Super Bowl. He's at the draft party. And they drafted Mitchell. And I say that
call him Mitchell. Come on, man.
That's his name.
Smith. All right, yeah.
That's the thing. I'm on the offensive side of the ball, so I know he prefers Mitchell over Mitch.
Oh wow, my bad.
Mitchell. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but shout out to Mitchell Trubisky. That's my guy. But and I say that because you consistently see a theme in them having to just kind of now just throw him in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, I don't think it's nothing worse than throwing somebody in the fire, in the middle of the fire, when you had a whole training camp and OTA period to be able to get the extra reps, cultivate a system, players communicating and getting used to playing with the quarterback. I think that's where all the added time is. And everybody wants to say, well, Aaron Rodgers sat. It's like Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre, who's a proven guy in a proven system and a system that he learned in and under. Same with Jordan Love.
Hall of Fame.
Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers, a proven player in a proven system. Yeah. Tom Brady sat behind Drew Bledsoe, proven player, proven system.
Who was also the highest paid quarterback before.
Patrick Mahomes being drafted to Kansas City Chiefs. Alex Smith, proven player, proven system. Yeah. So this whole thing with people just signing a bridge quarterback and then sitting their future franchise quarterback behind the bridge guy and then throwing him in there does not make a bit of sense to me. Just starting day one. What's the difference between week 3 and week 1?
That's because if you're going to bench him week 3, you already had him on a short leash.
That's only
3 weeks.
A very short leash. And not only did you have him on a short leash, you sacrificed a ton of training camp reps. Yeah. And I'm even saying as a person who kind of was in this situation.
But hold on, you said you sacrificed a ton of training camp reps, but that's where you evaluated. Your guy lost. So what does that tell you?
He didn't lose.
What is that? But what does that tell you? Is that I did not. I'm a head coach or GM, or whatever. Mm-hmm. I did not have a starting quarterback named. I let them play it out, call different plays, put them in different situations. Hey, you know what?
What situation?
The first round did not win the battle, but the guy that I signed won because that's
what situations have you seen?
What I'm saying,
heard of people going into that.
What I'm saying is they're like live looks at practice or even training preseason games and stuff like that.
As a
they
person,
were evaluated,
but not with the ones.
What do you think in the NFL is real? Battles.
No.
You know who it is. You know who the guy is.
And that's what I'm saying. And I say that to say as a
person, he chose.
As a person who was a part of that, when I was in Chicago for my last year there, we signed Andy Dalton, drafted Justin Fields. I did not catch it. I caught, I think, one pass from Justin Fields from the time mandatory minicamp was up until week 2 when he started. One.
Yeah.
Caught one pass from
and
him.
live looks, you guys didn't do.
Do what? We didn't do what?
You guys didn't play. I mean, play cat.
Why? He not the starter. He not the starter.
Yeah. So
if
why?
I'm getting extra reps after practice, it's gonna be with Andy.
Yes.
Why am I gonna get reps with a person that
Facts.
y'all saying is not gonna start this year?
Facts.
Or is not gonna play? Why would I do that?
I'm with you.
That don't make no sense. Which is what a lot of these teams are doing the same thing. So guys aren't getting reps with this person.
Yeah.
Now you just throwing them in there. And it's just kind of like we haven't got no back shoulder fades. We haven't got nothing. What I'm expecting on this kind of look as far as a read route, quick game, anything.
I agree.
Conversions, route conversions, nothing. And it's like why teams continue to sacrifice so much time, energy, and resources in training camps to end up going with the younger player relatively quickly anyway does not make any sense to me. You're going to see if they can sink or fail off the get-go.
Well, what about this one? I go with that first round. So say Jackson Dart started, right?
Mhm.
0-4, 8 interceptions, no tubs. Do you go back? Do you go to Russell? Oh, you just let him write it out.
You finna have to do that anyway?
Yeah, it's not like he's gonna be cut after this year. Yeah.
But so my thing is, but now what you can
then
do
what's
is
Russell there for? Unless he gets hurt, now he's really there for okay. He's there for Russ is there for injury, not performance. The only way you're going in is injury, which we saw in the game. What's the name hurt his shoulder.
Once we drafted the young player.
Okay.
Once we drafted the young player.
That's the way to go about it.
And I say that because even then, you have some teams, I mean, even looking at the Vikings, granted, JJ McCarthy got injured, so he didn't start last year. But now you have now you're behind the 8 ball on even your evaluation process of them. Because you haven't had a whole year or you've had less time to evaluate them. Now, if we go through OTAs, we go through training camp, we can kind of start to cater to what he like. Very simple. Example, Caleb Williams. You evaluate Caleb Williams from day one. Granted, he was a number 1 overall draft pick. You evaluate him from day one. You see where he's at. You know what he needs. You fire your head coach. You get an offensive-minded head coach. Now you have Ben Johnson, and now he's moving in the right direction. We were able to make an adjustment and alteration very quickly to our evaluation process based on us getting a ton of information and reps on being able to evaluate him.
Yeah. That's the way you go about it. All right. Yeah.
The next hot topic, touchdown or touchback. We didn't see them in back-to-back weeks now.
Dudes
guys running to the end zone, dropping the ball.
Coughlin said, if you ever did that, I'm cutting you stat. You're not going to be on the team because it's like cool points is swaggy or whatever. Like, and that's
my thing is, I don't think it's cool. And this is always
it
my
does
opinion.
look swaggy. You just pass the line, drop the ball. Hey, what is this?
Remember when Coop did that?
Hold on, what is this? What is that? What does that mean?
Oh no.
But it's like, remember who did that?
Cooper.
Oh, dude, tripping.
my thing is this though.
The field goal block.
Yeah,
I just never understood. For me, I wasn't gonna drop.
I want to keep the ball.
I had a rule. I mean, you a DB though, fan. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know, you know what I'm saying? You gotta act like you've been there before. I feel you, you know what I'm saying? But you can't keep everyone. You feel me? Like, but for me, I always had a rule to where as soon as my feet touch paint, I would drop the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Because you said triple. Yeah, because you already loose. A dude can just.
My thing is, I had one in Jacksonville versus the Saints. I at 90-yarder. As soon as my feet touch paint, I dropped the ball. And I say when my feet touch paint,
Browner.
My feet and paint was the letters in the end zone.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I know if my feet touching the letters in the end zone, I'm in the end zone.
Right,
you feel me? Like I never understood that.
Remember my touchdown in the Ravens? I was running the end zone and I went to go flip it. And then I thought in my head,
my first ball, my first touchdown.
No, I did in my head, and then I caught it again. The only reason I caught it again because I was like, did I cross the plane? But I did. Looking back on the whistling, I did cross, but I said, all right, let me make sure, and then I dropped the ball again. I think somebody ran into me though.
I mean, that's been a big theme here. That's cost. I think that costs. I'm not gonna say it cost the Colts a game because they were still down, but I mean, whenever you don't get 7, whenever you go from that's a potential 14-point swing in the league. That's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that costs Carolina the game. I mean,
Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals the game. Because if you score there, I believe they would have went up 21-6. And at that point in time, with 12 minutes to go, it's a possession-based game at that point in time.
Right.
And I don't think there was much time left to be able to.
I think we beat y'all in 2020 like that. Yeah, Justin Field was diving for the power line, and he hit it, and it was a touchback.
Yeah,
it ended up being it flipped the whole game.
And again, that's also another thing that I've always been a part of teams that are told, like Detroit, you like don't unless it's fourth down.
Yeah,
you don't reach the ball out.
Yeah.
I mean, but some people they be when they tug, so they go reach that
finish
thing
it,
out.
yeah.
They gonna reach that thing out, boy. I feel them though. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, people can say what they want. Rather than the backwards flip, but to reach the ball out, I understand. Dudes want their touchdown.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a person who you already know they finna march in the power back. If you don't get it in, we at the inch yard. You know what I'm saying? You know if you Philly, that's Jalen Hurts touchdown.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Imagine,
So
you ever think about this? Imagine how crazy Saquon's season would have been last year if he got all his goal line touchdowns. Because he got tackled at the one like 6 times.
Yeah.
And then,
Pretty crazy.
And then it's tush push.
Yep.
Next hot topic. Have y'all ever had a coach put their hands on y'all?
No.
Look at him.
Literally.
You ready? I didn't even know you was like that. I'm not even saying this because we on, but I did not know you were so fight ready, wolf
I'm not
ready.
ready.
Come on, man.
I just said a no.
You was like,
I
we
just
was
said a
talking about
coach not
hazing.
gonna
He
hit
was like,
me.
nah, I'm a grown man at the end of this. Nah.
Yeah, I'm quiet, but you're not about to haze me.
Man.
I'll do the stuff that I'll have to do as a rookie.
Same with a coach.
Rookie, but a coach, coach, I'll take it. You can yell at me all you want. I don't. So I try not to curse. So I don't like when a coach talks. So
Right.
like, don't curse at me. You know what I'm saying? If you talk and you curse while you talk, it's different. But there's a difference between doing that and then cursing at me.
Right.
So cursing. By the time I'm in the league, we both grown men.
100%.
We both got families.
Yeah.
I have kids.
And,
you know what I'm saying?
and to be honest, I might be getting paid more than you.
Yeah.
And,
Ain't no honest in it more than likely. Most of the time.
Exactly. So you're not a 100%. I would say the closest thing I ever had a coach
Put some
do-
respect on my name.
Facts. The only thing I ever had a coach do was it was my rookie year, DC defensive coordinator. I had busted a coverage, and he was like, "Prince, what coverage you in?" And I'm looking up, I'm sitting down. I'm like, we're in cover 2. He's smacking the play call sheet on my helmet. We in cover 2, Prince. We in cover 2. And I was like, yes, sir. But I was a rookie. I was shook. I was like, yes, sir.
And that you just brought that up, but you could be brief because I want to get to a couple more topics here. But how does somebody blow a coverage? They just forget it's like 3 or like
eyes.
Get locked in, or you get locked in or something.
Think about think of a single a play fake. Like I have no business trying to shoot something in cover 2. I have no business trying to shoot the run, but my eyes are in the backfield. I think it's a run. I go and run, and then the quarterback pulls it out. Now I leave him empty.
So in cover 2, the corners are in the run fit.
for the edge.
In quarters, the safeties are in the run fit. So it's easy. So if you're watching your key and your key a little,
Lock down, yeah.
or if you're not watching your key and you're watching a quarterback, you know what I'm saying, you get that hard play fake. You know what I'm saying?
Or if it's rules, right? The hardest thing is quarters. Or we're playing scissors. That's always the hardest thing.
Post corner,
exactly. So
I'm gonna tell you pre-snap. I'm telling you pre-snap. All right,
we're supposed to communicate like, hey, if it's alert scissors, that means if they switch, then we switch.
You stay in your zone.
Exactly. But I could have just been locked in and say, and I just stay on top.
Stay
and
on
then
the
the
post?
scissors is you never know.
We used to change it up. So if I was with him, I would say, and I'd say lock on, or like with
So then he hits
it depends. It depends. Or then sometimes we just, because the true rule is a lot of people, you have to lock on your guy over 10 yards.
Yeah, over 10 yards.
So you you have to communicate that
You got to be able to
that you zone them.
So there's so many, but it happened, and that's when this comes. Like, hey,
Don't do that. Don't do that to me.
You had me do this or whatever.
But this is what I do. So when I was in Green Bay, I used to tell the guys, I'm like, listen, if it's something wrong, I'll take the blame for it. Because when you got the guy with the money, you can take the blame for a lot of stuff. I said, all right, but don't do all this, because you do all this, then we got problems.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll take the blame for it. I told you to do this or do that. I'll take the blame for you, but we not doing this. Don't do that to me.
And y'all heard what he said. When you the money guy.
Yeah, I like that.
It's just what I'm saying.
It'll be like, hey, Prince, what happened here? Amos? Hey, yeah, coach, it was me.
I told him lock on. I saw something. I told him to lock on.
Coach, yeah.
Hot topic mainly for you this week, Thursday night, Giants, Eagles, New York in total the last, I want to say since 2019. 5-33 in primetime games, Giants and Jets. What is going on?
What is
In
going
New
on with the
York.
prime just because with the prime time games?
In New York. It's the Big Apple, bro.
That stat is skewed.
It's the
man.
Big Apple,
You could say
bro.
you could say how many times have New York won on like a Sunday or Saturday? I mean, you could.
It ain't been that many.
That stat is skewed. I would say this though. I'm going to be in attendance at that game, and I mean,
Hey, where your ring, bro? And show them boys in the locker room before the game.
they ain't gonna have me in there.
You gonna be one of them old heads. You'll go back and talk. Show your ring.
Nah, man.
See,
But
you know what I'm saying? Get your speech ready, bro.
But Saquon's return for the second time, dude. The Giants are still a scary team, man. Come on, don't even give me that. Come on, the Giants are still a scary team.
It is Halloween.
They have a great pass rush. You know, they have great pass rushers.
Defense, like people look at that Saints game, and I want to talk about this too. Again, another topic, but
I'm gonna tell you why they're not a scary team.
all right,
Sorry to cut you off. Rookie quarterback.
okay, I'll give you that. But he's still scary. You don't know what he's capable of doing. You don't have a lot of film on him.
Rookie quarterback.
All right, cool.
I mean,
and when as a defensive
it's
player,
gonna be growing pains.
as a defensive player, when I know that, okay, we got to get more turnovers on defense. We got to put him in short fields.
Vic Fangio.
So they can score.
Vic do not like rookies.
No.
Yeah.
Most DCs don't.
He gonna blitz him.
I mean, he gonna be sitting there
And
watching.
he gonna send stuff. Yeah, he gonna
We
send
already been
stuff.
talking about it. Quarterback under center.
Yeah, he gonna.
98% run.
Yeah,
I told you, Vic.
Last game, I
shaped
caught
the way
it.
I think about offenses.
I'm sure.
Me and him watching the game. I'm telling him. As soon as I see him under center, run. They end up passing out of a flea flicker
Oh,
under center.
that's the anomaly.
And I'm saying that to say because but again, the more you play, the more tendencies you have, the more things that coaches can pick up from. So no, it may not be a ton out there, but at the end of the day, man, you got scouts that people don't even see.
Yeah,
Who'll be breaking down film and breaking down tape and sending in notes.
100%
on game weeks to people. So at the end of the day, man, to respect to their defense because their defense has been playing really well. The Giants have been playing aggressive, getting some takeaways, getting to the quarterback. Their front is real. But at the same time, man, again, when you have a rookie quarterback, man, and when you have a rookie quarterback that's not coming in as one of them ones, I'm saying that respectfully, not that he can't be, but when you don't have a guy that's going number 1 or number 2 overall that's stepping in day one as like, I'm here to change the franchise yesterday.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like a Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams, you have to expect some type of growing pains, and there's going to be growth there.
I agree.
But that's good that he's mobile because you can always go back to that.
Yeah,
But
see
what his default setting is.
Yeah,
Get out of there.
But again, also what I wanted to talk about is when we talk about the do-it-threat quarterbacks. One thing that I've always said and that I've noticed is, man, them do-it-threat quarterbacks, bro, when they get late in the game in crunch time, bro, they wear down.
Yeah,
they wear down.
Yeah. And then you just put.
You know what I'm saying? It's like fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? By the time they've been doing all that running around in the first 3 quarters, they be wore down. Yeah. And I say that because, that's something that I always see. I used to always joke with our defense. It's like, hey, bro, like let them get that run stuff off early. I know the fourth quarter come, they're going to be in that pocket or tapping their head to come out. But Prince's favorite segment, Rooks That Cook. I have 2 this week. The first one, Emeka Egbuka.
Every week.
Man, big.
He's a Nigerian dude, but sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Big fan of his, man. To me, I thought he was, if not the best receiver in the draft last year. I know people probably say upside that T-Mac.
State they put out good products. They do.
You're right. Some people had T-Mac, the receiver for Carolina. Which I thought.
Nice.
He's been killing.
Yeah.
I just think that Emeka has this like he's really, really polished.
He reminds me of Debo from how they like just Debo Samuel from a sense of just like his like body type, just like a thicker dude, run after catch.
To be honest, he remind me of a lot of Jackson Smith and Jingma. As far as like
Nigerian too, also by the way.
Word. Okay, go crazy then. But Man, both of those dudes came into the league very polished, and I'm not surprised at all by the kind of success that Emeka is having early.
Yeah.
Watching him last year in the Big Ten, he was I guess the second best receiver.
I was gonna say,
but I mean, again, and I hesitated because Jeremiah Smith had a phenomenal year last year, and from a talent standpoint, physical traits, he may have some better physical traits. But Emeka Egbuka is a football player.
Yeah.
He knows how to get open. He catches the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to, he's as consistent as they come. He was consistent in college.
Yeah.
So for me to be able to see this this year, I'm not surprised by any means. Obviously, Ohio State has a knack for putting out receivers, but I mean he's been cooking. He's been cooking. Guaranteed picks for this upcoming week.
How we do last week?
Last week was a close call. We didn't even put nothing in last week. But last week it was some close games. This week, a little bit different. I got Eagles over the Giants. Sorry, Prince. Eagles over the Giants. Broncos over the Jets.
Guarantee.
Hey, we got to get the Charles Barkley thing in there. Socials. Rams over the Ravens. You got any thoughts on that? I know you're a Ravens guy.
Rams over the Ravens. I don't think Lamar back this week.
No, he not.
Yeah, I ain't never betting on them.
And then Chargers over the Dolphins. Dolphins, they gave one up last week, but I was surprised. But those are the guaranteed picks for this week, week 6 of the NFL season. And that's the show, fellas. Appreciate you coming.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Amos, my dog, came from Baltimore. To give y'all a little background, me and Adrian met freshman year going into college. We both went to Penn State. Then we also had the opportunity to play in Chicago together. Won the division with the Chicago Bears. All 3 of us played together in Chicago on that team that won the division, man. So appreciate you having you on the show. Hopefully we can get you back on here, my guy, man.
Yeah, whenever.
Definitely. And P, when we back in the studio, man, the fans want us in the studio, bruh.
I would say, I mean, we're gonna be back here as much as we can. Yeah, for sure. A couple of times in November.
Say less.
Yeah.
Love to hear it, man. So appreciate y'all. Episode 6 of the press release. Check us out on socials, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. We also got the audio only popping out as well, man. So check us out. Any questions that y'all want answered, I know a big thing on Twitter this week was the pick play that the Kansas City Chiefs ran last night, and I kind of spoke to that a little bit on Twitter or X or whatever y'all call it. But in the comments, man, send us questions from games, situations. We do it all. Football savants over here. This is the press release, episode 6.